We got it. Excellent. Okay, right. Introduce yourselves, please.
I'm James. I'm the singer in Walt Disco.
I'm Dave. I play keys in Walt Disco.
You look quite different is this real life? I'm not sure what we're in now, but you look quite different from the band when I've seen your video.
This is kind of pajamas.
I kind of imagine you'd have kind of silk pajamas or something a little bit more jet set.
You've got those yellow silk bottoms.
I know, yeah.
You're quite different from what you'd assume to be like a Glasgow band. It's got a great music tradition, a great indie tradition, but you seem to be coming from somewhere else, quite different.
Well, I was born in Lancaster, from my family from Manchester, but I've sort of lived in Scotland since I was 6, but I just never really picked up the accent, I suppose.
Touch of it, twinge.
Twinge, yeah.
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 You have that, you got so almost, would I dare to say, new romantic kind of edge to it?
Yeah, that's it.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
How did you end up in that place?
I think probably the first bands that introduced us was like Orange Juice and stuff like that, and then just kept on finding more and more, and then like, obviously got to the Associates and Blue Nile, and and then out with Scotland like Sparks and like bands like that.
Yeah, I interviewed Sparks last week actually.
Did you? No way.
They're everything you'd expect and hope they would be, actually. Yeah.
Yeah. I've heard that.
An amazing group. So what? How old are you now? That you?
We're 21.
Yeah. So it's quite. So you've discovered a whole pocket of music, which is kind of on the edges. It's not fashionable at the moment, but it's interesting. You kind of got into this place, like finding a hidden garden, in it, of delights.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm so glad I did. Yeah.
No, it's a brilliant thing. It's brilliant to be in a space that only you occupy. Yeah. I mean, what's the initial reaction when you start playing out in Glasgow? Were people going, "Oh, at least there's something different going on here"?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, it's like something different, but then it reminds them of something, which is like kind of how to catch people's attention that maybe wouldn't be sold on it because they go, "Oh yeah, that reminds me of that band," but also like doing things that we hope that haven't been done before, or at least not been done by bands before, maybe.
Yeah, you definitely bring your own thing to play. It would sound if you went back in time, you would sound out of time at that point.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So what's the lockdown been like for you then? Has it been frustrating because the band was just starting to build up, and get like a reputation, then we've all had to stop, haven't we?
Yeah, it was a bit gutting. We had like so many, like really the biggest gigs we were ever going to play, and the biggest festivals and stuff. And
South by Southwest, we were going to be going there this year, and obviously got cancelled. So,
but it was a lot on. But we've kind of repurposed this time of the year and probably this whole year to sort of being in this little room and recording and writing.
It's your creative hub that we're
I think we need to probably decorate it a bit nicer.
I know, it looks like a dole office.
Yeah.
With less money,
Our flat fucking nut is like like not nice at all, really, but it works. So
have you been
some sound absorbent for the walls as well?
You could buy that online, you get the little foam.
Yeah, apparently like big egg boxes can do it.
Yeah, you can get them online. I saw them the other day. Yeah. It might not make any difference, but it might make it feel like a studio.
Yeah, exactly. That's what's more important anyway.
Well, of course. So have you been writing a lot then? Have you some people find these times really uncreative? You got a big figure.
Yeah. This board behind us is like songs we've wrote during quarantine.
Wow.
So
have you found it oddly quite inspiring?
Yeah, we've definitely had to take a wee bit of a pop approach to lyrics at some time because kind of there's been less personal experiences happening, and because we've been in the same place for 2 months. So maybe writing about hypothetical situations, but like, I suppose at the moment everyone is fantasizing more about a person, a lover, and a trip to the beach. I don't know. So you could write about any of those things and just sort of long for it, because I think songwriters kind of wrote initially anyway and wrote about feeling lonely and stuff. But if we did that now, then we'd be doing that along with a million other artists, and it might not get. And maybe we need a bit some uplifting music now as well. So a nice fantasy might work.
Well, in a sense, that would suit you, wouldn't it? Because I'm sure. I mean, some bands are great at dealing with reality, and some bands are great at creating fantasy, aren't they? Now, I imagine you're more in the second category.
Definitely, yeah. If you can merge those two things as well, that works.
Yeah. So musically, is it just a continuation, or have you found musically you've kind of moving in some different direction?
Definitely trying more modern techniques. We kind of go either one, like we go like heavy alt pop, like kind of like the sort of like the metally grime stuff that she's doing. We're doing that stuff, and then a lot more riffs as well, like on sort of fuzz guitars like St. Vincent or and then sort of taking a few things from, I don't know, you probably with the beats.
Yeah, I've been using Splice, that program. Kind of just like writing in a different way, and like trying to get the balance between like not overproducing a song whilst we're still writing it, and also
you've got 18 hours a day to keep
track. Well, yeah, exactly, yeah. But yeah, sometimes you're just like sat listening to a snare drum for half an hour, and you're like, oh, we still haven't wrote a song. It's just like teaching yourself how to do that in your own head. But yeah, it's been really good though. I loved it.
Yeah, I was quite interested in maybe in a couple of years, hopefully, when we're looking back on this period, and people say that was a big sea change in the way lots of people made music, or it changed what they sounded like. And we can't quite see yet, because sort of see the green shoots of things changing, like the way you're talking about how you're creating your music. It's going to bring creative and artistic changes to what you do afterwards, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And not to say that laptops are cheap or anything, but like compared to 20 years ago or so, I imagine like the barriers to entry for being able to make like a really good record is a lot easier these days. So yeah, I think it will be kind of looked back.
Well, you had to be a computer genius then to make it work, but now you can just press the button. So have you found, have you got time to listen to a lot of music? Have you been broadening your palette?
We always start our day with listening to music. We go like, let's listen to some music, see what type of song we want to write, and just like, obviously luckily there has been music getting released. I was kind of worried that artists were going to wait until it was all over. So we try and listen to new music as well. I really like the new Charlie XCX stuff, the new Arca stuff. So yeah. There's not been as many albums, new albums that's been out recently, but
a lot of good singles.
Yeah.
Have you thought about trying to do cheeky collaborations with people like Charlie XCX? Everyone's not around there. The Dole offices bored out their heads, aren't they?
We'd obviously love to. We do want to do sort of collaborations like that. The first way we get into it is probably remixes. We've had one of our songs remixed by a sort of a similar, genre artist called Talia, and we've got like our EP that's coming out. We think we're gonna do side B as all remixes of the whole EP, so we can sort of start collaborating with that. But I think on the album, I'd like a feature or two maybe.
So is it a lot of music you're listening to, or is it diverse? You go on like little tangents and try and get to different areas, or is it contemporary kind of pop records just to see where you kind of, in a sense, where you fit?
Yeah, well, that, and then I've been listening to a lot of Sufjan Stevens, like his like sort of 2005, around about that time. Illinois is my favorite album. And then, but then also just like going back, I've listened to a lot of Gang of Four again, which is like obviously our latest single, and the EP was produced by the bass player in the Gang of Four. So yeah, everything.
Is that the current bass player?
Yeah.
Thomas McNeese.
Do you know him?
I've met him. Yeah, he's an amazing bass player.
Yeah.
Really good at the bass tones as well.
Hey?
Really good for getting bass tones on your EP.
Oh yeah, he has great bass sounds. Yeah. I mean, that band, when you saw them a year ago before Andy died, you'd be thinking this should really not work, and you think, listen, I'm sure they sound better than they did 30 years ago. This is not right. And it was down to him. I thought he was an amazing player.
Yeah.
So have you been reading a lot, or is it basically your life is just immersed in music, or you find these times, because we have so much time all day, are you reading many books?
I'd probably say reading less, but obviously watching more film and TV. I started watching that thing called 5 Came Back last night, which was about like 5 Hollywood directors who like Frank Capra and John Ford and Wiley and 2 others. Like they were sent to the war, or they chose to go to the war and film what was happening. And it's kind of about that, and about the politics of Hollywood, and then the politics of the Hollywood war effort, and then the politics of like Washington and all that, and their in politics that sort of changed throughout the war, and you know.
That's like, very interesting. So that, in a weird way, there's parallels to where we are now.
Yeah.
Also, but it's also it's kind of escapist and reality at the same time, isn't it?
Yeah. And then moving on with Hollywood, I also watched that new thing called Hollywood, which is like a sort of a series about a hypothetical situation in 1948 about Hollywood, and it's got like the guy who played Sheldon in Big Bang Theory in it, and it was fun. It's very a lot of sex in it though, which was kind of hard at this time because that's not happening for anyone.
Because you're stuck in the Dole office. So are you watching much stuff?
I've been watching a lot of Mad Men. I'd never seen it before, but I'm kind of nearly finished series 5 since lockdown started. Yeah, it's really good because like I used to listen to a lot of 60s music and stuff, but I haven't done it for ages, and it's so nice to go back. Yeah, it's a really interesting show, and very shamelessly, every episode of The Simpsons is on that Disney Plus thing as well, so that kind of just fills a nice 20 minutes after dinner or whatever. But yeah, no, not as much time for reading. Normally be like half an hour before bed or in the morning or something, but The Simpsons has kind of ruined that for me.
So are you watching a lot of news? I mean, some people are watching everything to see how we're going to get out of this, and some people just completely going, I can't bear to watch it, it's just too much.
Yeah, I've really not. The first couple of weeks when there was a lot of uncertainty with this whole thing, I was reading the news a lot, but now I don't find much point in it. It doesn't help. So
no, it's not a right or wrong. It's just interesting how people react to it. Yeah. So are you the same? Or are you just trying to get immersed in your own world to escape from the mad one out there?
Yeah, definitely. I think I'll probably get to the point where I'm having to sort of like just sit in front of a film with my notepad and then take down like lines, because last night we like wrote like the instrumental to a song, and then we went to write the lyrics, and I was like, I don't have anything. Like, I just don't have anything today, and it happened a couple of times. So I might have to start watching films a wee bit more with a view to get a song out of it, maybe, which like singers and songwriters have done for a long time, to use art to write songs, but I've just not normally done it, but maybe I should try.
In a sense, do you feel like you live in a side film? You know, when you walk down the street,
Yeah. It's like one of those weird dystopian films or something.
Yeah, like the last few weeks been dystopian film, but before was you walk down the street and you felt like you were in a film, but a different kind of film then.
Yeah. This is a sequel.
Yeah, the dark sequel.
Yeah.
So you online much at all? You do much sort of surfing?
Like live streams and stuff, or
Or anything really? Any particular websites you go to that?
been reading a lot of like Guardian articles and stuff. That's provides some good entertainment. Some of them are really informative and interesting. Some of them are just so hilarious.
But what was it? No. I've been watching a lot of things about space as well. Like anything with Chris Hadfield in it, and then reading articles. He said he had a thing at the start of quarantine where he said it's like this is kind of like being an astronaut and then you're trapped with your crew because like they'd be in the International Space Station for like 6 months to a year without seeing anyone and without really being able to go on a walk. So that sort of got me into watching his videos again. But he just speaks so well, and it's very calm, but also like makes you think about the universe and all that.
What tips did he have for living in a very small space?
Take care of your crew. Do like exercises on the spot. Maybe have sort of regular meal times and stuff like that as well.
Yeah. This is an unusual lifestyle for a musician.
Yeah. Well, we were saying like it's like unusual, but also we're kind of used to being stuck with the same people for a while at least on tour, and like not being able to like actually exercise much because like you're just in the van and then out the van and then at the gig. And I mean, obviously you could choose to go to the gym in between like sound check and the gig, but you don't. You get
well, you see, that's the thing. Where you would.
You could, but you wouldn't. Yeah.
So in a way, musicians have been pioneering this dystopian modern lifestyle, been living in very small spaces, earning no money, and not being very sure what the future is.
Yeah. We're more prepared than anyone. Yeah.
I mean,
it's kind of the same, but with less service stations at the moment, to be honest.
Yeah. But, well, apart from that one great services on the border of Scotland with the duck pond.
Oh, the lake one. What's it called?
Oh.
Yeah. We always thought I've stopped there so many times. I mean, you must always stop there because it's just about an hour and a half from Glasgow, isn't it? It's just the right space, isn't it?
Cold. I can't believe I've forgotten its name.
It seems like another lifetime ago. It's still there. Did it ever exist?
Yeah.
I mean, can you make plans?
Killington Lake. Is it Killington Lake?
No. Oh, no. Do you make any plans? Are you possible to make any plans for the future? I mean, it's very uncertain, isn't it?
We like have like a few gigs booked and a few festivals that have been rearranged, but honestly, I'm not thinking about it anymore because like the music industry kind of was like, it'll be okay by September, right? We'll just move everything to September. And then sort of like as this got worse and everyone went, the vaccine's not going to be ready till March next year at the earliest. So why would life get back to normal and why would big gatherings be back? So they're probably going to be cancelled. So I just don't want to like think about gigs that much at the moment because I'll just get sad that they're not happening, and just think of other ways to interact with fans and other ways to stay a band and maybe make money.
So using the time positively and
yeah, and like might have to make like more t-shirts or whatever.
A triple album. Yeah. Oh, brilliant. Well, that's all the stuff I need.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. So thanks for your time, and hopefully I'll see you on the other side when you come down to Manchester.
Yeah, definitely.
At some point next year.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Right.
All right. Thanks a lot, then.
Thanks very much.
See you. Bye.
Bye.